everybody! So this is the long-awaited promised Erza video that I've been wanting to record for the longest time. I was debating kind of where I wanted to do this video. Most of what I'm going to be talking about, and if you don't know this series, welcome to Let's Chat Women that are written very well by men. And I've already done an episode about Nami, Robin, and then now I'm doing Erza. I'm expecting to get a little bit more outside of the anime sphere eventually, but I've been eating up Fairy Tail recently, so I have to talk about it. Anyways, so with this video, like I do in all my other videos, I kind of tell you what the cutoff point is. So people do not get spoiled. This one's going to probably go to the Tower of Heaven arc all the way through, so just be aware of that. There might be a secret spoiler at the end that I will let you know that's about the magic games that I just wanted to touch on, but most of this is going to be from the Tower of Heaven arc. So Erza is definitely the Joan of Arc of, I would love to say anime, but I know there's probably other things. So definitely from the fairy tale sphere. She definitely, if you look at her armor, it's definitely European-based, Old England armor. So I'm going to call her the Joan of Arc of fairy tale. Joan of Arc was a woman that, like, really I think it was like 15th, 16th century, guys. I'm might get this wrong. And by the way, my Let's Chats are not scripted, so just be aware that nothing's scripted over here. But anyways, so she is the Joan of Arc of fairy tale, and plus a major mother figure to Natsu and Gray. She definitely keeps them in line. And I fell in love with her. I don't know if it helped that my boyfriend's a very, very big fairy tale, definitely Erza fan. He likes her. So when I was going into this, like, I already kind of knew this character just because he was like gushing about her. Like, okay. Fan service and otherwise. So anyway, so I had a pretty good idea of what I was gonna get into with this character when I was starting to watch Fairy Tail, and I was watching it with him, and then so I got hinted at there's certain parts that you get that are gonna really break you. That's kind of what I got when I was watching a little bit of One Piece with him when it came to like Water 7 and stuff. So I had a pretty good idea of her backstory was not going to be happy. Whose backstory in anime is happy? I really want to know. So kind of her backstory is she is an orphan. She gets kidnapped, taken to the Tower of Heaven, which ends up being this weapon to kind of destroy the world. I am not going to talk about her relationship with Jalal really much in this video. I kind of want to keep that for another video. I do want to kind of talk about toxic romance and stuff in anime eventually. So I might, there are definitely going to be a couple I'm going to focus on in that. So I'm not going to really focus on their relationship. But yes, she does meet Jalal here. She does lose an eye. And then she does finally escape the Tower of Heaven. She finds Fairy Tail, gets a magic eye that she can't cry out of. The animators did not keep that going, so don't worry about it. And then she joins Fairy Tail, ends up being a very powerful wizard. Her ability is to be able to change her armor based off of her situation. So she can change her armor to be faster, more powerful, a shield, and it becomes kind of an image and a symbol for her character later on. I love that she's scary. I love that she walks into a room, you make her angry, she's a little scary. Like, I do like that about her, that she is allowed to be a powerful woman but still beautiful. Um and she still has her emotions and stuff, and she takes care of Natsu and Gray beautifully. Like they would have clobbered each other, and one would not be surviving if it wasn't for Erza always getting in the middle of those two. It's definitely a very fire and ice dynamic with Natsu and Gray, and that might be another video that I talk about later, but we're focusing on Erza right now. And we don't really get like what makes Erza. Like, Erza seems like pretty civil. She likes her sweets. Like, there's some super cute scenes, like if you steal her cake and her facial expressions. I think this artist really gets those facial expressions. One thing I really like about Fairy Tale, Oda does similar things. Similar things that his facial expressions just convey a story no matter what's going on. Same thing with the artist of Fairy Tale. Like, faces say a lot of things about a lot of different situations. And then how we kind of get to the Tower of Heaven, the second round, is that, Fairy Tale, Natsu, Lucy, Gray, they all decide to go to a vacation. Erza gets kidnapped, and here we're at the Tower of Heaven again. And the thing about this is kind of, if I remember right, this is the first arc that we see her body armor that's just binding of her chest and her red pants with the flames. And she says something like in this arc, like, yeah, I'm going to just stay in my armor. I feel safer in my armor. So it shows that she's not as confident as she comes out to be. So something I've noticed, especially after the initial arc that we see this outfit, every time she pulls it out, you see her confidence bloom. My boyfriend's always like, oh, we know that Erza's going to destroy this person if she's in this armor. So the less armor she has, the more confident that she comes out as. So it definitely, her armor does not give her confidence. Her armor hides her confidence. So once she knows she's confident, then she gets into this more revealing outfit that she has. So that's kind of what leads me to kind of the Joan of Arc, because most pictures I've seen of Joan of Arc, she is in her armor. Like, there's not a lot of pictures without her armor and stuff. So, I can just assume, like, it's a confidence thing. Plus, she was a warrior, But with Erza, it's definitely a symbolism of how confident she is in battle. And I've noticed, like the after, arcs, like, she does dress a little bit more revealing, especially when she goes to, like, situations where you're, like, in balls and stuff. She does wear, like, the more appropriate clothing. You do see a lot of more bathing suits after, she gets more confident and stuff with herself. And spoiler alert for the magical games. This is kind of what I was talking about with the special spoiler that I don't know how many people have gotten this far. I know the series has been out for a while. So, spoiler alert for the magical games. Here we go. So, couple of things. One, and if I ever get to speak about Mary Jane, this is something I'm going to complain about. Why in the magical games did we have a bikini contest? Minus that it is a fan service TV series? Like, was that something that we needed? Really? Whoever wrote that, I'm very, very mad. Because I was about to get a good fight, and then I get a bikini contest. But anyway, yeah, Erza joins in. Super, like, all the women join in. Like, you know, but I didn't need this. So frustrating. Okay, anyway. But the main thing I wanted to touch on is, in the, magical games, Erza is picked to do this competition where you have to fight like a certain amount of monsters, get a certain amount of points. This woman does a Natsu. I swear this would be a Natsu thing if he was involved. Oh, I'm just gonna fight all 100 of them. I was like, what? You are like the most logical one and you're gonna fight 100 monsters. Okay, cool. I mean, they were losing, so I guess that's where we have to go, is we just have to fight all 100 monsters. And she's like, oh yeah, that math is not hard. I'm just going to fight all 100 of them. I'm like, okay, cool. So I like that by the end of this, I feel like she gains a lot more confidence. I love when women are allowed to be confident and beautiful and everything else. Especially in anime, I feel like there's a lot of fan service, but a lot of people don't realize, like, there is very well written women in anime if you can get past the fan service. And I know that's something that we can't always get over because it's sometimes like really in your face. And I know Fairy Tail is one of them that's known for their fan service. Like, I do have scenes that I kind of do complain about when it does come to that. And it's not just me being a woman, it's just me being like, this is not necessary. You are doing this for the fan service portion. And I know, you know, with Stellar Blade coming out recently and everything, I know fan service is again on the high of a complaint. But I feel like Fairy Tail is still really good with that being kind of a core aspect of it. I was wondering if they were going to comment down for the 100-year quest. They haven't. No, it's still there. We're still fan servicing out, guys. Oda just keeps on getting, you know, worse with Nami's outfits, but we'll keep that for another time. But anyway, yeah, so I love that she does gain more confidence. I feel like by the end, and I'm not talking about the 100-year quest, but by the end of the original Fairy Tail, like, I feel like she's very confident in herself. And I feel like, you know, she's just living her life. And I feel like she's actually okay with just being by herself. I mean, I think by the end of the 100-year quest, we might be seeing a lot more coupling towards, like, the main cast. So we'll see kind of how that turns out. I haven't read it. I've only been watching what I've seen, and I'm not caught up. So, I'm not really too sure of who all the couples are going to be, like, in the main one. So we'll see kind of what that's going to look like. But, one thing I do have to say, and I was going to save this for the Jala and Erza video, but I do like that Erza is there to help him become a better man. But she's not going to sit there and be like, I still love you, even though you put me through all that. And I feel like that's kind of a complaint that I'm going to have. I do want to eventually do a Sakura Sasuke video looking over their whole relationship. I want to bring in some Death Note. I don't know how many, like, I know, like, the ending of Death Note, but I love that first part of it. I'm with everybody else, like the second part, not too much, but I would love to bring some other like anime to the forefront of my channel. Um, just to mix it up a little bit. There's not much in One Piece, but Oda doesn't really, at the same time, doesn't really focus on romance too much. So, you know, you can't have toxic relationships without relationships. So, there's Oda for you. He's won the day. He doesn't have too much toxic relationships. Um, but that's probably gonna be a while. I think it would be kind of fun to maybe do that towards Valentine's Day. I know that's like really far out, guys. But it might be fun to do some like that during that time. But yeah, I really love Erza. I think she is really well written. I love that we get to watch her grow. I think that's very important when it comes to developing women in literature. I still, even in literature, I don't feel like we have characters that really stand out to me that are allowed to be everything. So it was nice. It's been fun watching Fairy Tale and knowing that fan service is their big thing, but at the same time, you still have characters like Erza. You still have characters. I mean, even Mary Jane. What is her name? You have other characters, and I can't think of her name right now. Lucy even develops really well. I didn't like Lucy at first, but she develops. So even in a very heavy, you know, fan servicey anime, we still have some really good character development, and I've been really enjoying the series. So hopefully you have a good one. Like and subscribe. If you have a favorite female fairy tale character you would love me to talk about, you can leave it down in the comments. And I can try to see how I feel about them. I love doing these videos. I love doing these Let's Chats because I get to just kind of rant about these characters, and I've been really enjoying these. And it seems like you guys have too, based off of, you know, views and stuff. So I'll keep on doing it. I'll probably even keep on doing it if like people stop watching and stuff. But otherwise, you guys have a good one, and I will see you guys real soon.